Janice.
And Foxy B.
And
Kiki.
yes.
Brittany.
All right. So we back. We just took a little break and we just came back. We talking current events now. All right. So we just got in a little conversation, about politics recently. A lot going on in the world. I just pray that everybody keeps their sanity throughout
It's
this chaotic, crazy things that's going on in the United States of America. Mm-hmm. I'm African living in America. I'm an African living in America. That's who I am. That's what I am.
That's literally all it is.
And so, yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Current events. Let's go.
We are blessed.
The first current event is that big beautiful bill, which is also known as Project 2025. How do y'all feel?
I need more information on
I
it.
feel like as black people, we need to just come together. We need to come together and we really need to work together. Black people, brown people, the Asians, he kicking y'all out too. So y'all might as well come on and work with us. The Hispanics, he kicking y'all out too. Y'all might as well come on and work with us. If we all come together, we can push these white people out, for real.
That is one person. That is one person. Like, for me right now, all I see all across the board, all you're showing me is white privilege. That's all I see in the White House. That's all I see is white privilege. Hi, I'm white. I can do whatever I want, say whatever I want, and it's gonna get done. And there's no repercussions. And I can do whatever I want. I can break the law. I can do everything, and it's okay because I'm white and I'm right. That's all I see.
I could be a whole criminal.
Yes,
Maybe
a whole criminal, a whole everything.
I can date an immigrant and be an American.
Yes,
As long as I'm white.
I can be married to an immigrant, but you can't.
Yes.
The way they make it seem like white is right.
Yes,
But that's delusional.
that part right there. That's what they don't understand. And at the end of the day, like when Obama was in office, guess what? That man had to walk a tight line. Like, he couldn't say ABC. He couldn't sneeze wrong. But because you're white, you can say whatever you want, and that is not right.
Well,
What are you telling America? What are you telling this melanin that helped build this country? What are you telling us?
But Trump also got a boss too. He can't.
Yeah, his name is Satan.
He can't say whatever.
His name's Satan. That's his boss.
If somebody over here can say, no, you can't do this, yes, you can. In this case, that big beautiful bill, they say he can, which is not right. Because it's affecting a lot of families right now.
What exactly is in the bill? Because
food stamps will get cut out. Section 8 will get cut out. Medicaid, Medicare cut out. All that sort of is about to happen right now. That's what that bill
But
is.
you care about the people so much.
But
Like,
no, he don't.
no, you care about people that got money already.
Yeah.
Because some people need those programs. Because
Absolutely.
number one, they don't make 50 grand plus a year. You understand what I'm saying?
What is minimum wage? What is minimum wage?
I know a lot of social programs are being cut out.
Yeah.
Because I know, I have a customer who works in that field, and they were saying how a lot of social programs in Miami are starting to be cut out, for people who are drug addicts, mental health, institutions are being cut out.
And that's so important.
That's very important. You need these places for people because not everyone's able to stand on their own, and people need help.
And y'all stressing people out even more. And you're going to need more mental health therapy. And so what? People just going to be walking around acting crazy?
Yeah.
No, I get some of it because if you're able to work, get up and get out of your job.
Absolutely.
I think government programs are not supposed to be lifelong. I think it should be temporary to help you get back on your feet, but to spend your whole life on it, no. Now, because you got people like this that's not disabled, just sitting around having all these kids and collecting government assistance, when you got a senior citizen who's retired on a fixed income that cannot get nothing for a person who's not disabled. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of understand some of it, but if you able to work and you don't have no type of disability, get a job, but your system's about to be cut. So you're going to have no choice but to go out there and get that job.
Of course, but what about those people that you are talking about that work 30 years for the government?
We can't get nothing.
Or whatever like
Working
that.
people cannot get no type of help from the government.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's bad. And at the same time, that's our tax dollars taking care of people who's sitting on their
I don't think it's that way.
sitting on their behind, not working. That you thought every time I'm in the store, I see people with 3 buggies, and all I can say that's my tax dollar. Because next thing you know, they're taking out EBD cards, slapping. Me personally, I can't get 3 buggies for the groceries.
But what the government needs to do is, I don't know if this was ever something they did in the past, but like have case managers where, all right, in order to be on this government assistance, you have to have a job. You have to keep these things.
That's the new. That's part of the new bill.
That's the new bill.
They can have.
But they're not doing what it is now is like, no, if I'm going to give you food stamps, I can't give you any other assistance, or you can't be making any other money anywhere else in order to get these food stamps, which to me doesn't make sense, because if I'm making, let's say we're in South Florida right now, rent is on average I think like $2,000.
Yeah.
for
Minimum wage is $13 an hour.
Exactly. I think it's
That was
actually
15.
It just went to 13.
which is still bad. Which is still bad. That's
Yeah.
still terrible.
Yeah, that's still low.
So my thing is, even if you do get food stamps and I don't even think you can make that much getting. food
No,
stamps.
you're
have to
not
make
allowed
it
to.
No, I think you gotta make under $40,000 a year or
I feel
something
it's
like
less
that.
than
I don't know.
But I don't know specifically, but it has to make sense. If we're gonna get food stamps, you still need to be working and carrying a job. You can't just get food stamps and not be working. That to me doesn't make
That's
sense.
what they-
And I
that's
think
what they're
that's
doing.
what the government is promoting. People not working in order for them to keep.
But that's not
the
happening
food stamp
anymore.
money.
That's not happening anymore.
Yeah, but and then part of the bill, like they went in and first thing you do, you're attacking the kids in the school.
Yeah.
Like why every time you get in office, you go into the schools and take out the healthy food for the kids. This is what you did the first time. Took out the healthy foods for the kids that Michelle Obama put in place. He took that out right away. Like, you don't give a damn about our kids. You don't care about the next generation. Like, what? Now, this time you're in office, you're taking away free lunch for the kids. Like, who does that?
And
Who hurts kids?
Every family cannot afford that. Don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
Reduce.
That's very true.
Reduce. It's going back how it used to be when I was going to school. You had to apply for it, it'd be reduced.
Which is
They're going to
pretty
figure out whether it's
good.
going to be reduced or not, whatever. But at the same time, you got families these days not capable of doing that.
Exactly.
So now, that's why I told people to read Project 20.
So what?
I think a lot of the funding too for institutions like schools, the government, they're not getting as much money. So people are gonna be laid off from their jobs. I've even heard like certain executives having to take pay cuts. Like I personally think they're just taking the money for themselves.
Yeah.
Of course.
Cause what else? But where else is money gonna go?
Exactly, like in Florida, Florida lottery money supposed to go to the schools, right? No way. There's no way. Because if that was the case, there's no way parents have to buy the supplies. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's no way y'all paying the teachers the way y'all paying. If this money
That is terrible. That
going
is
to
terrible.
now they saying $1 billion of Florida. We buy them tickets. Supposed to go to education. No. They can take that and throw that shit out the window because that's not true. Because there's no way parents have to buy the school supplies. There's no way teachers have to dip in their little bitty pocket to buy
Yes,
school
and buy
supplies.
school supplies.
No.
I don't know if Florida ever had this. I went to school in both New York and Delaware. And in Delaware, I remember when I was in elementary, they used to give us dental care, eye care, and they would check our backs in school.
Yeah,
They used to do that.
I
They
got my
used to do that here.
because I got my glasses when I was in in elementary school through my school. But when I came to Florida, I came when I was in I was in second grade, and they didn't have that here. So they cut a lot of funding, like a lot of just essential things that kids should be able to get at school, like even mental health therapy, speech therapy, occupational. I don't know if they do occupational. No, they do occupational therapy. All those things are just being cut every so often, so that kids are getting less and less and less of the services they can get in school. So I don't know.
Yeah, like what you're saying, like they usually do that here, but they do it at at the schools that have the kids that are in the poor areas.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're in another type of area, they're not going to do those services. But my thing is like, why are you messing with the kids? Like, you can have a single mom or even a couple. Like, at the end of the day, it's hard for everybody right now. You can even have a couple, both full-time jobs, have a family of 3, and they just still, it's still hard to survive. Every time you go to the grocery store, you can't get out without spending $200, $300, $400.
And that is not enough these days.
Yes.
It's not even enough to
That's
carry.
terrible.
But do you notice how certain things is going up, but the bags are getting smaller?
Yeah, the bags are getting smaller and the pay is getting smaller.
Yes.
Because what I used to make back in the day, I taught for 17 years. What I used to make back in the day, they want to pay me less than what I was making 17 years ago.
And they have
How does that work? How does the income go backwards and everything else goes up? Somebody please answer this question.
It doesn't make sense.
It's the president.
But I think some things are also an illusion. You know, they tell us certain things to get an emotional reaction out of us so that we can go scared. Because how is it a recession when half the world is going back to school? So parents are shopping, you know, they're in the stores. So all of that, that's going to go up.
What's going to happen if they don't go back to school?
If they don't go back to school,
If you don't
parents
see
are
your
gonna
kid at
shop.
school, what's going to happen?
If you don't send your kid
You have to go to the courthouse for that.
Yeah, you're going to get in trouble. You'll go to jail.
Exactly. So I feel like the system is meant for you to really fail.
At the end of the day,
if you allow
But that's what I'm saying. It's an illusion. It's all what you have in your mind, the mindset. You know, like how you choose to go about it. Because yes, this big beautiful bill is coming out.
it's already out.
Well, it's out. But you know, it's all about how you structure your mindset to go about living now.
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, the income is here and the cost of living is here. How can it ever match up? Even if you were running business, it don't matter. The money is just not money in right now. Like, it's not for real.
You just gotta find a way to balance it.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's not fair. I mean, like, I've been in this area all my life and never, ever, ever have I ever seen it like this, how it is so unequal. And it started during COVID. Here, where minimum wage is $13, or even if it's 15, things, apartments should be $1,000 a month. Like, things should be cheap.
It should
Things
be
here
according to
are
the
supposed
cost
to
of
be
living.
cheap.
And these jobs are not paying according to the cost of living.
No.
They're not, and when they should be.
Exactly.
If the cost of living is going up, your pay should be going up to balance that cost of how much it
It
is.
should.
Exactly.
But they're not paying it.
But no, the government don't care about that. The government is not
And
caring
these are
about
people
that.
that are not getting assisted on government assistance. These are hardworking
Exactly.
individuals every single day.
So now you want to take, now the parent got to buy lunch for all the kids and, you know, and then trying to make it and got to work and, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yes, your children are your responsibility at the end of the day, but come on, like you can only do so much under a government system.
But when I see senior citizens in the store that can barely pay for their own
Exactly.
groceries, and
They get them about $20 food
$20.
stamps.
Yeah.
They do.
'Cause my grandma,
And
she
suffer,
get
and you got this
$23.
person with all
Yes.
these kids
And what can I buy?
and don't have disability. You get all of it. That's not right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think senior citizens.
No one's caring about, see, the Bible says that you do to the least. And who's the least among us? Kids and old people.
Yeah, old
The elders, yeah.
What's happening to them is not right. And then, so then now you got us in the mid. Now we got to try to help our grandparents and our parents and this. So now you're taking more income out of our household.
But
Like, come on.
That's why the fertility rate, sorry, the birth rate
It's going down.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what they get paid.
But then
No, but
I
they
also
wanna-
feel like that's what they want.
No, they want it to go up.
They don't want us. They don't want us black people reproducing. They don't want us black on black reproducing.
Well, they
like
can
if you
get it
can
over.
see
They gonna reproduce, but
produce, but they don't want us black on black
they
producing.
want.
They want mix. They want a mixture
that's
now.
what's in
That's what it
nowadays.
is. That's what's happening.
that's what happened in interracial.
Yeah, because you're trying to water down the black race.
That's what
But
it
it's
is.
still about black race though. It's just
Because
a
I feel
mixture.
if you think about it back
It's
in the
very
60s,
watered down. Trust me, it is.
if you think about back in the day when our parents, well, you know, our grandparents were together, they was hunching, they was making kids.
That's right.
Nowadays, you don't see black on black hunching like that, trying to make
Because a lot of people don't want to even get married these days. They don't even want to be a family.
No.
They don't want to be that dynamic. Who wants to be stuck with all these kids? Because you know the woman gonna get stuck with all the kids when y'all separate and when y'all not. Who wants to live like that with 5, 6 kids? Who want to do that?
That's
Even
not,
2.
yeah, that's not
It's just hard for them. That bill is only going to make everything worse.
It is making
And
everything
then
worse.
the cost of prescriptions going up. You know, some of these cities here can barely afford their prescriptions.
Yeah, so if they can't afford their prescriptions, then what's gonna happen?
Like that Congress, I can't think of his name. He said it. He said people are going to die.
Exactly.
He said it.
Exactly.
Because that bill, as soon as that bill came out, all the congressmen, one of them, he said people are going to die because they need life-saving medication. Now they're not going to even be able to afford those life-saving. So what they're going to do?
They
What's going
barely
to end
even
up
want to approve
happening?
people. They barely want to approve you for surgery. They barely even want to approve you for things that you need as far as your health. I just
They
think-
not, and he don't put this battle, boy.
Y'all did all of this, just because y'all didn't want to vote for a woman that had a tap of black in
I
it.
didn't vote for
A
neither.
tap. A tap.
I didn't vote for.
Y'all just by not voting, y'all part of the
No.
problem.
I ain't
That's
part of the
how I
problem.
see it. I see the United States of America as a corporation. And Trump is just the president of that corporation. Whoever is behind everything else, that's who runs shit. So to me, voting is irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, it's already structured out and planned what's going to
What
happen.
they gonna do?
You know, even after him, they know who's going to be a runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
Then they know who's going to be a runner-up after that. Then they know who's going to be a runner-up after that. They trying to stop voting anyways. They don't even want us
Because
to
it don't
vote.
make no sense at the end of the day,
They
especially
don't
when
even
you
want us
use
to
your
vote.
friends to rig the system and all that. It don't make no sense.
But they've been doing that.
Thank you.
That's the thing.
It don't make no sense, but at the end of the day, it is an opportunity to try to make things different. I'm gonna go try to do something.
I was
Everything's
going to go try to vote this time, but neither one of them was telling me anything. I'm just saying.
Kamala
She
wasn't
wasn't
saying
either. She wasn't telling me anything.
She had no
wasn't
plan.
saying-
First of all,
wasn't
she
saying-
already had been doing stuff for business people
She wasn't
already.
telling me. And
She
then
had
with
no
him,
plan.
I was waiting to see what his
Well, this is
was.
what we get.
Project 2025 was. Neither one sold me. I'm sorry.
Either way, we would have
Neither
voted for
one
her.
sold
We would be damn.
So y'all, that don't make y'all no better than all the men
I ain't no
and
better- I
Cubans
ain't no
that
better
voted
than,
for.
If
That don't
I
make-
would have
make
voted
it
for
no
him, I still would be to blame. If I would vote, thank you. If I would have voted for her, I'm just saying, you still was gonna find a
You
problem.
wasn't
You
gonna be
voted
that
for her.
big, beautiful
So
bill.
there, I
It was
think
something else.
it
Kids would
could
still
have been something
have,
else. You're right. It could have
They
been
would've
something
been
else.
getting-
Yeah, probably
So
women's
being that
rights
these are
would be-
ones
Okay, but
sold
think
me,
about
I'm
it
not
like
going.
this. All the money, you see all the money Biden was giving to Ukraine and Israel.
She was a part of that administration doing that. Just like I forgot what happened, what country, a hurricane or whatever. Y'all send $1 billion over there, but over here when people need help, when they
Yeah,
got
I don't agree with that
she's
part.
talking about $700. What the hell, $700?
I don't agree with that part. First of all, my thing is how people get money out of this country before
The American
us
she was
black people that help build this country, how other countries get money out of this country before us. So I don't know if you
The
guys heard lately
the white man been stealing.
in California, they were trying to pass reparations, and the governor came out and she denied the motion. Why black people can't get nothing from this damn country? Why? When we built this country from scratch, like
They know what's
you
the
came all the way to Africa.
The white
Brought us all the way over here.
White people
Dropped our
still
brothers
been
and
there.
sisters off in Jamaica, Bahamas, Cayman, all that on the way over here. Why we can't get nothing from the government? We doesn't check every month.
Why you think?
We deserve
Why you
something.
think Indians do not have to pay taxes? They was here first.
It was their land.
It was the Indians' land before even
It was their
our
land.
white man stole it. Okay, here come black people over here to help it.
We didn't come over here.
However,
We
we
didn't come
got
over here.
however we got over
No,
here.
say it right, baby.
But-
They
no, no,
came
no.
and got us and brought us over
Again,
here.
black people came over here, right?
We ain't come over here.
Help build this country true.
We did not come
And
over
what
here.
happened? What happened with that? White man stole it.
I believe that
It was the Indians first.
every continent has an indigenous tribe, right? So if every continent has an indigenous tribe, that means we were already here. That's what I believe. We were already placed where we were.
That's right.
You
In
know,
Africa, where y'all came and got us,
We were
to
already
come
where
slave
we
us
were.
over here
We
and
had
work.
indigenous tribes here. The Awawaks, what's the people in the Seminoles?
Yeah.
All these different tribes were already here.
It's their land. It was
That's
their
why
land.
they do these. That's one race that do not pay taxes. And if you're a descendant of an Indian, yes, you get that check every month.
I'm supposed to get it, but they make it hard to get it. No, they make it hard. You gotta have a certain amount in the blood.
That's okay.
They make it very hard for you.
That's why I
to
tell my
get.
kids they need to go ahead and try to look into it.
They
see
make
how
it
much
hard,
they have, because
I
they
feel
like
like-
they tribe is the Apache.
No,
go
like,
ahead.
I feel like
Yeah, they
black
Apache.
people deserve that too.
They
Black
do too,
people
but we're not
deserve it
yet.
too.
We're
But
never
I'm saying, somebody working on that though. I forgot which Congress doing that.
But the governor of California denied the motion. She said 50% of the people that make up California are Asian and like Mexican and stuff like that. It's not their fault. They shouldn't have to pay. If it wasn't for black African Americans fighting for rights for that, they would not even be over here. They should have to pay too. I don't care. We deserve
We're
it.
not getting that.
We deserve it.
We
We deserve
are
something.
descendants of slaves.
We
We're not
deserve
getting
something.
that.
An apology.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
the
never get that.
Holocaust.
Until we come together and
That's what I'm saying. Everybody got to feel this way.
if we
Everybody
create
gotta
an
feel this
economical strong system, they have no choice but to respect us.
Everybody got
But
to
we
feel
ain't got
this way.
shit.
Mm.
So until
Everybody
we
got to
get
feel
shit,
this way.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying,
No, you got shit. A bunch of trauma. A bunch of slaves.
We are descendants of slaves. Nobody never denied that. We are descendants.
What do you think that's fair? Do you think
Yes,
that's
we
fair?
need to be getting checks like them Indians get checks.
We do.
First it was them,
But
then
we
it was
are-
us. White men should be getting nothing. Bump blacks. Can y'all
But
say that?
and then everything that we tried to do, Black Wall Street,
Yeah.
we started back from the
they
beginning.
shut everything
We were
down.
supposed to get 40 acres and a mule. Andrew Johnson came into presidency, took that back. That was gonna bring us to a level playing field. They never gave us anything.
Because they can't give that to us. The moment they give us something, and we all have something, think about every black person getting reparations.
We deserve it.
Even if we deserve it, but let's just think about it on the logical. Let's take the emotion out, and let's just say, okay, if we get this money, we don't need these. They know that.
Exactly.
You think they not
Exactly.
gonna give us? Already studied us.
So, but why
They
is
know.
that
They
okay
don't
with us?
examine us. They know
Yeah.
how to break us down.
But why is
They
that
know
okay with
what
us?
to do.
Why
And
is
it's
that
been
okay?
done.
Why is
It's
that
not-
okay
it's not
with us?
okay. It's not okay, but this is the reality.
And guess what? We still paying taxes on the same land that our ancestors slaved over. We still gotta pay taxes.
Well, we need to figure out what the hell Trump doing, so we don't gotta pay taxes. We gotta follow what Trump doing, because I believe
It's a fight.
If
It's
you
a
do
fight.
that, he's gonna move the goalposts.
To get what you're saying, whatever we need to do or whatever, it's
it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna
But
be
they don't
weird.
really care. They just keep going through the
Distracted.
motion, doing the same thing. Put them phones down. Stop being distracted. Look at what's going on. I am overwoke. Like, for a long time, I didn't understand. My dad, God bless his soul, he was very racist. Like, like, he did not, because he knew. But now I see what he's been saying the whole time. Like, I see it. It's really clear to me. People, they only gonna allow you to get so far. And
They're
business,
keeping the
corporate,
goalposts.
whatever.
School, education, they're gonna keep
Yes.
the goalposts.
Yes.
And that's why you keep
Yes,
fighting, you
and
keep
that's why
fighting,
I'm
you
saying.
keep
Keep
going.
fighting, but
Don't give them the
everybody keep moving
satisfaction
the
of
goalposts.
putting you in the same category as somebody else. You do what you got to do to be your better you.
And
That's
also
what I'm
think,
saying.
I agree with
also
that.
Don't allow them to break you down. Don't allow them to break you down. Keep doing whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
Build yourself up to be
which
the
we
better
do,
you.
because we're still here.
Yeah,
And also, think
exactly.
that's another reason why they're afraid of us too, because what they have done to us, they're afraid that we're gonna go back and do it to them as well too.
And we should.
Which I mean, we're not, because black people are very forgiving, so we're not gonna do that. It's just
Exactly.
not in our nature to do that.
Exactly. But you got some different cold-hearted mothers out there right now. The same way you can sit there and go kill your brother and sister and fight your brother and sister. What's up? You see what I'm saying?
They're not gonna do it.
Because we were killing each other for what? Like,
Exactly.
Because that's something that I don't think black people are inherently violent.
No.
I honestly believe that's something that was put on us because
Yes.
we're just a product
But
of
I
our
get what you're saying,
environment.
but to each other, no.
Again,
No.
I think that's something.
No,
that
it was a poison
it was
put
exactly, it's a poison
in
put on us.
back in slavery.
Yes, they consistently just program us for different things. And
Yeah,
just feel
the
like
light,
we should
turn the
hate
light
us.
skinned ones against
Yeah.
the dark skinned ones, turn the old ones against the young ones.
Yeah.
Making us
That
feel
was
like
part
we're
of
the
that
school
Willie
girl.
Lynch letter. It was a poison put in, and it's still going on nowadays. Where people that light skin think they better, they look better, they
It's just like
shit better,
It's
or
like
whatever.
It's programming.
That's all.
Yes,
It's all
You're not
programming.
inherently violent.
exactly. But a lot of us
But they
have
need to stop.
trauma. A lot of us.
Stop watching the white man then. If we're not violent, stop doing it. Stop the violence against each other.
But you still also have to take into consideration our history. You can't just take something and be like, oh, now act right. No, act right. You done took us through the mud and the trenches, and you want us to act right? Come on. You expect us not to have fight in us?
I'm just saying, don't put me in the same category.
It's been decades of
It's been
turmoil.
going on for forever.
It's been like
Yeah, they
decades
killing
and
each
decades
other
of
for no
violence.
reason. But I'm not with the
I
old
think we
stupid
don't give
stuff.
each other
Stop
grace
it.
as well too.
We don't. As black
really
people,
don't.
we don't.
These white folks sit back watching it and laughing at us
They
when we
kill
do
each
stuff
other
like that.
too.
But they do kill you. White
They
people
kill
do
each other. They eat each other.
But it's not.
No, we're not gonna do that. Black people are not inherently violent. It's something again that was programmed in us
It's
to be
true.
this way.
It's true, but now they're doing it through social media.
And through the
But
music,
people
that's
are
the
too
programming.
blind.
The
Music, yes.
The music,
Yes.
yes.
At the end of the
Music
day,
is very powerful.
yeah. The Bible tells you to guard your ears.
Yeah,
You gotta guard your
very
ears. You gotta guard what you watch, what you listen to, and things that come
Nowadays, we
around.
don't even have no leaders. Like, you know, I take interest in studying like our past leaders.
Yes.
And I was even telling Shanice like how with Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali, how the Nation of Islam, they tore them apart.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe that the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X.
They did.
It just,
Because they
They did.
yeah, like I believe that. Like
They
they
did.
had this strong organization. They had these
It was
strong
his own
people
that killed
fighting
him.
for us
They
back
did.
in the day. We had some real gangsters back in the day. Nowadays we got some.
That's what they want. They want us to be watered down.
We is
They
watered
want to
down.
water
We
down
is-
our men. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Oh, now you
watered
want them
down
to polish
bad.
their nails. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. What? No, stop. And then, like, every
Next
time I
time I
see a
see a
corporation, when I see a corporation that has a black man at the top of the corporation, most of the time he's watered
Vicious.
down.
That's very true.
That's
Yeah,
what they want.
Because
Like,
if he's strong and he's black and he's powerful, they don't want him in
and he's
charge.
masculine.
Also,
Yeah, they don't want him in
They don't want
charge.
a masculine.
They don't like that. They feel threatened. I don't like that.
which I understand why they do.
Mhm.
But what I would say to your point with the leaders, what we also have to do is not always depend on a Malcolm X or just a Martin Luther King to be there. We need to be our own leaders as well too in our communities and put ourselves at the forefront of certain things as well too. Because when Malcolm X or Martin Luther King dies, then what happens? It's just the whole
Exactly.
movement
Nothing
just
happens.
ends. That's the problem.
But
we need to continue it going on.
Yeah, like
The
who's
thing
talking
is,
to
leaders-
this generation?
That's the thing. Leaders need to be trained. A leader just can't be a leader. You can't just wake up and go, "Oh, I'm a leader." You have to be trained.
I don't
You
feel.
know, you have to be taught.
No, leaders
I don't
natural
feel that. I
born.
feel like
I feel like something you
I
have
feel
to
like a
adopt.
leader is naturally
Yeah,
born
leader
that
is
way.
born.
But you still need some teaching,
You
some
need
training.
some guidance.
Yeah, you still need that.
Yeah, you need
And
some
I
guidance.
really think that our true leaders are done.
No,
we
we're
have
talking
people-
about there, but
we do.
people just
We do.
scared.
Yeah.
We have
Because
people-
guess what? What happens to all the leaders that come out and start talking and saying stuff?
And people start picking at him. Oh, well, he doing this. And
Look at Malcolm Jamal Warner. He just died. Do y'all know what he was talking about before he died? Like, go back and look at some. This man was pro-black. Like, he talked about a lot of ancestral stuff, and go back and look at some of his stuff. Now, when he started talking about that, doing that, now all of a sudden he dead in another country, though. No,
Yeah,
when
they
they found
say
him, he
that-
dead.
that's suspicious.
Come on.
They say it's
Like,
suspicious.
stop. People
I
should
don't
be able
think
to
he
say what they
drowned.
want to say.
I don't think he drowned. You know.
Exactly.
There were a lot of people that said it's
Oh, well.